What up, guys? Welcome to the next episode of the Speaking Heat podcast, man. We are just coming off an exciting weekend of college football. We are steadily approaching the beginning of the NFL season. And today, man, we're gonna dive into this past weekend, man. There's a lot of exciting games, really good start to the college football season. So we'll dive into some things, man. I was so happy to just be able to just chill and just watch some football this weekend. This is an exciting weekend of football. Like, there was a lot of good games, and I honestly, I really enjoyed this weekend, man.
Football's back.
It was back, and it came back in a hurry, and it was crazy. This weekend was absolutely crazy, and just so many good games from the beginning of the day all the way to the last game of the evening, man. It was crazy. So let's dive into some different games and just kind of the stories leading out of the weekend.
Bama.
The first story of the weekend, Bama looked like straight shit.
Everybody's hating on them too.
It was terrible. I really, in my opinion, I thought the game was going to I thought Bama was going to maybe start out slow like all teams do. And then I thought they were going to kind of pick it up and run away with it. And it was completely the opposite. Bama had one good drive at the beginning of the game.
They led, didn't they? They led by 14-7.
It was
at one point.
And they just fell. They fell apart. Even Kirk Herbstreit, he even said, as average and lethargic as they could look, they looked lethargic. They looked like they didn't want to be there. The effort was terrible. Florida State looked by far like the better team. Florida State looked like they wanted to be there. Bama didn't. Bama's got to figure it out. They looked terrible.
They let them get ran through.
They were getting absolutely ran through. They straight up they got pushed around up front. No one pushes Bama around. Nobody pushes Bama around. And they got absolutely manhandled. Florida State ran for 230 yards. When's the last time you saw some teams put those type of numbers up on the Alabama defense?
Old Georgia?
Yeah, and it's I don't know what Bama's got to do. They got to figure it out. They got to find something because they looked even worse than just didn't play well. They were getting just out physical the whole game. They only ran the ball for 87 yards. They had no run game at all. I don't want to say that they're going to be terrible because I get it's the first game of the year. Any team can look bad first game of the year, but just looking at how they played absolutely terrible, and they got to figure it out, man.
They really need to win games. They have to win games at this point.
With
that first loss, they cannot fall back in any way. They have to get right, get left.
Just watching it, it was it felt like as the game went on, just they almost not. I don't want to say they quit, but it's just you kind of were are y'all gonna pick it up, or y'all gonna get some energy, or what? Because it looked bad. It looked really bad.
You blame the coaching?
I don't know yet. It just there was a lack of effort. And I don't know if that's a coaching thing or if that's just a player thing. We're used to seeing this team with Nick Saban and just the way that they play, the mentality that they play with. It didn't seem like they had the same thing.
I seen that one dude loafing. That one dude on defense loafing. So that might be a lot to do with it. Conditioning, maybe. A lot of people went down with cramps.
Yeah, you'll get that a lot in the beginning of the year, but you still gotta play hard. You still gotta play hard. Even if you gotta rotate bodies, guys coming in, you still gotta play hard. And they just didn't look like they really wanted to be there. They really didn't. Florida State. Is this a sign of how good they are, or is this just...
They had one bad year last year because they were, top 5 team the year before. They really got, I guess, heartbroken or...
Yeah.
And couldn't do it last year. This year they have something to prove.
I wonder, I haven't looked at the numbers, but I wonder how many players that were on that team that almost went to the playoff. How many of those players are on this team?
Mm-hmm. Coaching staff same.
A lot of those guys are the same. Mike Norvell obviously still there, but because if there's a lot of guys that are still from that team that almost went to the playoff,
They got a lot of heat or a lot
there's
of
a lot
fire.
of there's a lot of there's a lot of players on that team that could be like we're not gone anywhere. We had one
Could be
bad
their
year.
senior year. It could be their last year.
Yeah. So so how good is Florida State really? I'm now that they've done that to Bama, I'm excited to see what they are.
For them not to be ranked coming into the season.
Yeah, really. They weren't really
After one
expected
bad year,
to do that well.
How bad? What was their record last season? They
2-10.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn!
bad,
It was bad.
bad.
After going what, like 11-3,
11 and I think they were 13-0.
13-0, and they didn't make the. Oh wow!
So it just a lot of people probably thought they were just going to kind of lay down and die going against Bama, and they did the complete opposite. They looked clearly like the better team. They looked like they wanted it more. There was more effort. Like, Bama's got to figure it out, and I'm excited to see what Florida State's going to be because, if they're doing that, now they have confidence.
Do they become ranked?
Maybe.
I think they do.
If they become ranked, I think it could be a slight overreaction just because of this performance. I think.
Well, there's a lot of slots to fill. I think a lot of teams are.
There's going to be some
out.
movement. There's definitely going to be some movement. So they could get in, super, super high, at the bottom of the top 25. But I would give it a couple weeks and then let's judge how good they really are because, they looked good. They came out and they were on fire and there was energy in the building and then they went out and put it on the field. It was really, really nice to see actually. So
what, Bama lose? Hell yeah.
I don't like the way Bama looks because I think they should be better than that. And I like Kalen DeBoer. He's a really good coach.
He had very little emotion during the game.
And
he looked like he didn't have it figured out. Or somebody on his coaching staff didn't.
Like, I'm sure even for them, they're coming out and they know, like, on paper that they probably have the better team. And then when they go out and they don't play like it, that's frustrating. And then that leads into, like, frustration, like, between players and, you're getting pushed around. So that's, fatigue and it slowly sucks the life out of you. And that's the one thing you don't want to be, when you're on the field. So
they were up though. I don't know.
They came out and looked all right. but after that first drive, they just did not look good. And they got to figure it out. They got to do something.
Ryan Williams got the concussion pretty early.
But he didn't even play well when he was in there. Mm. He didn't even really. You would have thought, feed him the football. He's probably the best player on the field. Feed him the football. And I just feel like they didn't involve him as much in the game plan early. And I don't know. They got to figure it out. They got to figure it out. So
well, if we talk about overreacting, what about Archie? Can't overreact about him.
No. Oh, no. I think that's probably the biggest thing that everyone's overreacted. With Ohio State,
he looked decent.
They beat Texas in a super low scoring defensive battle. And I'm not surprised. I expected it to be low scoring. I expected Archie to play better. Expected him to play way better than what he did. He was honestly pretty terrible.
It's 2 first-year quarterbacks that played, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be the offense not being able to produce.
I think they'll be fine.
The defenses did look elite, though.
Ohio State, Matt Patricia, which I totally forgot that they brought Matt Patricia in. And honestly, if I was a head coach, bringing in new staff, when it comes to defense, I'm going to the NFL for sure. Defenses, their design and their philosophies are to stop the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. I want that on my staff.
Oh, and he came from the NFL?
Exactly. Yeah. Matt Patricia. He was with Belichick for years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him pop up. He did look familiar.
Yeah. I was surprised I seen him. I was
He
like,
had the big beard?
Yep, beard.
And always like chewing on the pen or something.
Or like had the toothpick and always got the pen in the ear.
Pen in the ear.
The pen in the ear, yeah. Like they've got a defense that looks crazy. Their defense looks crazy good, which they always do. But this team, they completely shut down Texas for like 3.5 quarters. They made Archie look like he didn't belong on the field. Ohio State's defense is stupid. Now, looking at the way Texas played and looking at the way that Steve Sarkisian's offense didn't really do much. I think they'll be fine. I think these are growing pains. It's tough to not really have played, and you come out against maybe the best defense in the country.
And
that's
all
hard.
The pressure that's on you, being the number one ranked.
Oh, yeah.
Or projected Heisman winner.
First in the Heisman.
At Texas. Last name Manning.
There's too much pressure on a guy that hasn't done anything. I don't see why he can't go and produce. But, I mean, to go one-on-one against an Ohio State defense, it looks crazy good. That's a tough ask. To me, it's just for both of these teams. I mean, neither offense played that well. I mean, Ohio State played a little bit better, but neither.
Their fronts didn't look good. The QBs didn't look good.
I mean, their defensive fronts looked, both of their defenses
their offensive line, their front line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, offensive line play for sure.
There was no time. Archie had no time. What's the other quarterback's name?
Julian Satan.
Satan?
Satan.
Satan?
Satan.
What you saying? We speaking heat. A game you don't have up here that I thought you were going to talk about is Oregon and how good they looked.
Yeah, I mean, they looked good. I expect them to look good. There's not much to really get out of that game, honestly.
Their offense didn't change much.
Offense didn't really change much. I mean, and they played, I want to say they played Arkansas. Or no, they didn't play Arkansas Pine Bluff. They played
Hawaii.
I can't remember who they
Honolulu.
played. It was a FCS school. So, I mean, I expected them to go out and take care of business like they should. I'm waiting. Now, this upcoming week, they play, I think, Oklahoma State. You know, Power 5 competition. Like, that's going to tell me a little bit more. But, I mean, until they play someone good, like, it's only so much you can really get out of games like that. So,
yeah, their quarterback came from where?
He was from UCLA, Dante Moore. Former 5-star quarterback, like legit, like super talented. But he's not really played that much. You know, he's not really played that much well. And
I didn't get to see much of that game, just highlights.
I watched a little bit of it. I watched probably the first quarter. I had it on the side, and it just like it's exactly what I expected. They ran up and down on the field on them, just like I expect. So not a whole lot. So.
Another game you didn't have was the South Carolina game.
They looked, honestly, it was very underwhelming.
I think their quarterback looked good.
The Northern Sellers is good. I expected South Carolina to dominate that game.
They played
Virginia Tech.
I don't know. Virginia Tech's a team, and they played at Virginia. No, they played at South Carolina, right?
I mean, they
played at the Dome.
Yeah, Georgia. They played at Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
Another game that was actually really, really good. Maybe the game of the week, honestly. Miami.
I wanted this game to be bad. I really did.
I can't believe that.
For both teams.
That's wild. That's wild.
But Notre Dame looked really good too.
This game was crazy. This might be my favorite game to watch of the weekend.
Did you see that catch?
Oh yeah, the one-handed catch for a touchdown.
That's catch of the year already. That's Odell.
You might not see a better catch all year.
It was in the rain.
Got crazy.
I saw drops like literally hitting the ball as he caught it. And it stuck.
That's wild. Carson Beck looked like Carson Beck from 2023. Looked really good. Yeah, honestly, watching him play, I see why the NFL is wanting him. I see why the scouts are looking at him like this is a guy. Yeah. The way that he commands the pocket, the way that he goes through his reads, the way that he throws on time.
He does not leave the pocket. Or he does.
I love it. I love that he doesn't leave the pocket. He throws the ball where he's supposed to. He keeps the offense on schedule. Love it. Love the way he plays.
And he's got a great offensive line.
The offensive line is stupid. I don't know, like Mario Cristobal has built a crazy good offensive line. They push Notre Dame around like Notre Dame pushes people around. Never thought I would see Notre Dame get bullied up front. Georgia last year didn't push them around the way Miami did. That was crazy. That might be the most impressive thing about the entire game was their O-line was super physical and just they controlled the game. They controlled the entire game from the beginning to the end of the game. They absolutely pushed Notre Dame around.
Do you think Miami's defense looked good, or do you think it was Notre Dame's offense not looking as good?
I mean, they like this defense here now puts Miami in the conversation of can they push for an ACC championship against Clemson, or even push? Are they a sneaky in for a national championship game? I mean, if their defense is really going to be what determines how good they're going to be, because their defense has been terrible.
Who's better than them in that conference?
I mean, I still think Clemson is by far the better team. Clemson's defense is considerably better. Now, Miami has climbed the rank a little bit with that performance against Notre Dame. I'm excited to see those two teams clash at some point in potentially in the ACC championship or in the playoff. But I'm excited to see what Miami can do. They look crazy good.
Yeah, unfortunately, you got to see what's his name on the sideline, Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin, hey, the alum, they were there. No one supports their alma maters like Miami. The legends were out.
He's going to be going to every home game.
Oh, yeah.
4-point stance, barking at people.
Yep. Just looking crazy. Looking crazy all the time. Like, Michael Irvin's crazy. That man, I think, is legitimately crazy.
When have you seen Miami a better team than they got right now?
I mean, defensively, around 2017, 2018, they had some really good defenses. That's when they had like the turnover chain and all that. They had some good defenses with that team.
They're the ones that started that?
Yeah, they kind of started the whole turnover thing.
Yeah.
The turnover prop, they had the turnover chain. And that's gone now, but this is a good Miami team. This is a really good team. They really, really impressed me, honestly. Notre Dame looked really good.
They did look good, but
they looked good. Offensively, they're a little different.
Do you think they can keep up all year with them?
I mean, their schedule is okay. I mean, they could go through and win most of their games. Now, I think they need better quarterback play overall. CJ Card looked good. I think they need to either run the ball better or they need better quarterback play. They didn't run the ball the way that Notre Dame normally runs the football, but Miami's defense did look good. So, I mean, we'll see if Notre Dame can play better up front. They need to clean up their O-line a little bit. They had a lot of miscommunications and a lot of slip-ups up front. So, I mean, they need to get better up front. And, because, I mean, they're going to be led by the line of scrimmage. So, they need to be better because, I mean, they were out physical on both sides of the ball by Miami, who for years and years, that's kind of been an issue with Miami. So,
does Miami move up?
Oh, for sure. I think Miami for sure moves up.
Past Georgia or right at Georgia?
I don't know. I mean,
I think it'll be either 5-6, both of them.
Somewhere near there.
I don't think UGA drops though.
They don't drop. So they didn't play anybody, but they don't drop either.
Miami goes to 6, I think.
I mean, I'd have to look at the rankings and see where they're at, and a lot of that top 10 Bama probably won't change.
Bama was 8. I know Bama was 8, and then wasn't Notre Dame somewhere there?
Yeah, then Notre Dame was around. I want to say 7, I think, or
4?
Somewhere around.
I think they were lower.
They're like upper single digits, I think. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Miami does. Miami looks crazy good. Their potential is really high if they can stay the way that they looked on defense. If that's true, they're going to beat a lot of teams. They may not lose a game this year because this was like the only game I really saw them losing, and they looked really good.
Who else do they play? Florida State.
I think they play Florida State. They're going to play. I think they avoid Clemson, and then they play just mostly ACC
Florida
teams.
No, they don't play Florida, do they?
They do play Florida, and that's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see that one. I think they're better than Florida, but Florida looks good. I had them in my own personal top 10, but I'm excited to see that one.
And how's your bracket change from now?
I toss out the bracket at this point.
Yeah, already.
Just because, the season, that's the whole point of watching the games. Because you don't really know what teams are going to be until they start playing, and a lot of teams
week
are different.
But we're going to be saying this shit
every week.
Every week. It's only week 2. It's only week 3.
Yep. Next was LSU went on the road in Death Valley and got a win.
Very hyped up game.
Very hyped up game.
Death Valley looked really cool.
It was crazy. The atmosphere looked crazy. I had a friend that was actually at the game.
Dabo looked locked in.
Dabo was crazy locked in. He was so hyped it had me hyped.
I didn't know that he makes first year coaches run.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if it's your first season on Clemson, you have to run down first game.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have all the coaches running down.
70 years old, you running. Full speed.
Wow. But it was as advertised. 2 top 10 teams.
I think it was underwhelming.
It's going to be underwhelming. A lot of these games are going to be underwhelming.
Yeah.
When you have elite level teams play, most of the time defenses are usually deciding the game.
Yeah.
Especially early, defenses are always going to be a little bit ahead early because offenses aren't in rhythm. Quarterbacks, aren't really getting in the rhythm of how this year's scheme is going to be called and just, O-line is always going to be worse week 1 than it's going to be week 5 or week 10 or whatever. So
I have noticed that teams have been going for it on 4th down a lot more.
Oh, yeah. Analytics. The analytics tell you to go for it.
A lot more now. That's why you don't see as many field goal points, 3 points.
I think this is a potential playoff rematch down the line.
Really?
Both of these teams are stupid good. Stupid good.
Really?
There was the thing that I got out of this game was Clemson losing, not a big deal. They passed the eye test, which is honestly the most important. They passed the eye test. They look really good. They look as good as people expect them to be. LSU looked better than what I expected them to be.
Well, LSU has lost every opening game the past couple years.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that too.
I think Clemson and LSU both have not done well in the last 5 or so years in openers. Brian Kelly finally gets him one. People, was all on his ass about not winning the big game open start of the year. Well, he won that one.
You seen the ref trucked him?
The ref trucked him.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, like another CD Lamb incident.
Oh man, just killed him
he
on
was
the
on the
sideline.
ground. He was on the ground cussing the ref. Or cussing the player.
Both defenses played well. Both quarterbacks played pretty well. Both of these teams are good, and they both looked good. And they're going to both win a lot of football games. And I think both of these teams now are going to contend for, an SEC championship. And both of these teams are probably going to make the playoff. At least the way I see them.
I don't know.
We saw Georgia. I watched this game closely for about a half. Georgia obviously killed Marshall 45-7.
They shouted out Tiger Georgia
but
6 times.
Oh yeah, like crazy.
His stats were so funny. Like for his birthday, he got 2 bulls,
2 cows, and some pigs and stuff. Yeah,
he's gonna be sponsored by all the meat products,
it's crazy,
all the vegetables.
But Gunner looked pretty damn good.
I was so nervous.
He looked good. He looked kind of like what I expected him to look like, especially against Marshall.
He looked good in the pocket too.
He looked good in the pocket, but to see him actually go out there and play as well as he did was almost a relief.
Yeah, it was Marshall.
and like, yeah, it's Marshall. And like they play, I think, Tennessee in week 3. So that's going to be a game where like he's going to be tested because Tennessee's defense looked pretty good.
Did you have Tennessee up here too? We didn't talk. I didn't see Tennessee.
Tennessee played Syracuse. I don't have them on the rundown, but they played Syracuse.
Tennessee looked good.
Tennessee, they did. They offensively they looked better than I kind of expected with a new quarterback. But when they play Georgia, that's going to be very, very interesting because I want to see how Gunner plays and how this offense operates playing against another team that can go toe to toe.
And it's an away game for him too.
Away game, big rivalry game. You know, he grew up within this rivalry as a fan, so he knows. But at the same time, we saw Georgia's running game come back. We haven't seen a running game like this from them in multiple years. I'm excited to see what this team's going to be with a running game that they can rely on.
I'm worried about how young the offensive line is.
I mean,
and if they're ready to be ready every play.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they looked good. They looked good. They looked as good as I would expect them to look.
Do they have the depth though?
I feel like they do. I mean, they're going to be able to plug and play. They have a roster that's able to do that.
The tight end, the blocking from wide receivers look good. Tight end blocking look good.
I mean, they just across the board they look good. They've got depth at wide receiver. They're going to rotate a lot of guys this year. But I mean, they played Marshall, so like your expectations are going to be lowered just because you don't know when they play equal competition. But going by what they did Saturday, they look good, and I want to see this. I want to see this running game.
Georgia was the biggest question mark coming into this too, just because of Gunner.
Oh yeah, like Gunner's going to be what really determines how far they go, and he looked good. Honestly,
they had depth at running back too. They really looked all over.
They're it was weird. So whenever they first came out, like they were very much playing kind of slow. It seemed like they were just kind of just
testing. I feel like they're testing what they're capable of.
And then Gunner started balling. And you saw the energy lift. The energy lifted in this team.
I still see that Gunner Stockton that doesn't want to slide and just wants to hold on to the ball and it's going to be hard.
You can do that against Marshall. You're not going to be able to do that against upper level SEC or, upper level Big Ten teams. You can't. You're going to take hits. So
he got a mean face mask too that didn't get called. That second touchdown he scored, he got his head yanked around. Nobody said nothing.
I saw a lot of missed calls. The refs are also, it's week 1 for them too.
Yeah, the reffing.
You can only ref camp so much. Just like teams like refs too. Like they got to get in the rhythm of.
And there's new rules now too. There's the new the injury rule, like where you can't fake a cramp or you get a timeout called.
I think Syracuse do that 3 times in the game,
and they didn't get it called
because. I don't think technically you can penalize a team in the moment for an injury. So, that's pretty much it. That was like the major games of the week. A lot of good games. I just want to continue to see how these teams, if they can rebound from having bad performances, or these teams that had good performances, are they going to keep it up? Is this who they really are? So,
Georgia's, I think, still a question mark.
I think some of the questions have been answered, but there are still questions on how good they really are, especially on offense. So
I think we'll see. Gunner has time in the pocket, but they need to be ready for when he goes because they haven't had a scrambling quarterback. And
they had Stetson Bennett, but it was a little different. He ran a little different than Gunner runs, so we'll
Gunner
see.
did that in high school too. Yeah. He's their whole
Shout out.
Oh, yeah, you got all this shit on. Oh, yeah, shout out Raven County. 2-0.
Let's just going by this week, this is kind of like a knee-jerk reaction top 10.
Ohio State won for sure.
I got Ohio State 1, Penn State 2, LSU 3, Clemson 4, Texas 5, Miami 6, Georgia 7, Oregon 8, Florida 9.
Oh, you do have Miami at 6.
And
this isn't for rankings. This is just best performance.
This is just out of what I've seen this weekend and how good teams looked. This is kind of a generalization of how good I think
Florida
these teams are.
Is on there.
I think Florida looked good. Huh? I think they looked good. I
didn't get a chance to watch.
They won 55-0, and looked really good.
Who'd they play?
They played some FCS school. They looked good.
I think Oregon's going to fly under the radar this year. I really do.
I don't know. My gut tells me that they're going to lose a couple games.
To who? Ohio?
I for sure think they're probably losing to Penn State, for sure. I don't think they play Ohio State.
Are they a Big Ten?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll see. Like Oregon was a tricky one to rank because my preseason thought on them is very much a wait and see because I really don't know how good they're going to be on offense against good players. I'm still kind of waiting and seeing on them. But LSU, to me, like the biggest performance of the weekend, in my opinion, when it comes to how good they looked, LSU, by far, they look like one of the best teams in the country. Like they look crazy.
They had a tough first week one or week one first.
Yeah.
Week 1, 2, first one week.
But let's kind of take a look at this week's upcoming games. To be real,
do we got to?
Oh yeah.
Fuck games are going on.
I know, right? That's a big one. Like there are no games this weekend. Like I think there's only one ranked versus ranked team or ranked versus ranked game, and it's Michigan at Oklahoma, which I actually think is a good game.
It's gonna suck.
That's
such a good week one, and then we get this week too. It's gonna be like
it's like every other ranked team. They're all playing FCS
the NFL
opponents.
does start, so that's a plus.
That is a plus. That is a plus. But we got to do better. College football athletic directors, we got to do better, dude. Stop scheduling
unless teams are getting better.
Terrible games.
Unless teams are getting better, but
Alabama scheduling ULM is not it.
University of
Louisiana Monroe. Like, why? Like, why? Like, I've always thought this. Why don't? Because college doesn't have preseason, which I think they should have preseason. I think it's better that they have preseason because it allows you to get the growing pains out of the way. I actually think
draft room is open.
I actually think having 3 games, play 3 FCS opponents, let them dudes get paid, let them get their $1 million, let them get a beating, and then you get into the season and you play 12 good teams or you play 12 Power 5 teams or whatever. If you're a team in the Big 12, Big 10, ACC, or SEC, you should play 10. I think you should play 9 conference games and then 3 out-of-conference games, and you play 1 team from each of the other conferences.
That would be tough.
It's bad. Like, I hate weeks like where there's 1 or 2 good games on, and every other game is like a 40-point blowout. It's just there's no interest in that. I hate that. But I think
is any team that's not ranked this week playing somebody ranked?
The top 25 out of the top 25, everybody except Michigan and Oklahoma are playing unranked teams. So it's like, unless you get upsets, like you'll get.
They're playing each other, ain't they?
Who?
Michigan and
Michigan's playing. They're going to Oklahoma. Good game. I'm excited to see what Bryce Underwood looks like. He looked pretty good. They played New Mexico, but they looked good. Oklahoma looked good.
I saw a little bit of Michigan. Their defense looked pretty good.
I'm excited to see that game. That's like the game of the week in my opinion. You got Alabama playing ULM. I just want to see what Alabama's going to do after looking so terrible. And then you got Iowa going to Iowa State.
They better put 60 up.
Who?
Alabama.
Oh yeah, they better control you.
They better not take starters out. They better not do nothing.
Like I wouldn't. I like 100%. Like you better play this game like you didn't play in Florida State. Like you got to go out and take care of business. And then I'll watch Iowa State. They have a crazy long rivalry. The Cy-Hawk Trophy and stuff. That'll probably be a competitive game, probably a half or so. I think Iowa State's really, really good. And then, Oregon playing Oklahoma State. it's two Power 5 teams playing each other. I'll get to see, what Oregon is on offense playing against other, upper level Division I team. There's not a lot to pick from this week. This week's games is honestly pretty terrible. We came off a good week 1. Happy to see how that went.
Gunner Stockton.
Shout out Gunner, man. Gunner played crazy good.
Passing yards, ran for like 80 or 70.
So I'm glad to see how that turned out. And excited to see like the rest of the season. But shout out to crazy week 1, man. It's good getting on the pod, and check you out later.